Hi, welcome to Rameshsoft video tutorials. In this video tutorial, we will discuss about how to perform MouseHover operations in Selenium. So in order to perform MouseHover operations in Selenium, so we have one predefined class called actions class. This actions class is having a method called moveToElement method. So by using moveToElement method, we can perform MouseHover operations. Let me write the syntax of this actions class moveToElement method. Public actions move to element on which web element we want to perform the MouseHover actions. That we need to pass as parameter to this moveToElement method. And then whenever we are using actions class methods, compulsory we should call build.perform method or just perform method, right? Now, so whenever what is a build method in actions class, it gathers all actions into a single action and ready to be performed. That is, it generates a composite action containing all actions so far and ready to be performed, right? And then on this we can call what perform, that is action is going to be done. Now let me write the syntax of this build method. Public action and build. Every actions class method returns what is that actions object, but only build method returns what action. Have you observed here? Every method, every actions class method returns what actions as an object. Only build method returns what action. That is, by using build we can make all actions into a what a single action. That is, it generates a composite action containing all actions so far and ready to be what performed, right? Now see a syntax of perform method. Public void perform. So how it is internally implemented? Internally, whenever we call perform method, internally it is going to call what is that build.perform. It is going to call again what build. That's why if you want, you can call build, or else build is optional. Directly whenever you call perform method, this perform method will take internally executing of what build method, right? Yes. Now see here, so we know that all these actions are what actions class objects, right? Now see here, when it comes to this action, this action of build return type, right? So this action is an interface. This is specially designed interface representing a single user interaction action, right? If you want to perform a single user interactions, then we can go for this action interface. Now let me write the pseudo code of this action interface. Action. Inside this we are having one method called perform to perform the what action, right? So build method is always going to return what action object. It doesn't mean it is not creating and returning action interface object. It is creating and returning action interface implementation class object, right? So yes, you remember, right? 4 points. If you want to perform MouseHover actions class is having a predefined method called moveToElement method. So whenever we call this moveToElement method, this actions class always asks you on which web element you want to perform the action. So I said that whenever we are using actions class object, compulsory we should call build.perform, because by using actions class we can perform multiple actions. If you want to gather all actions as a single action, so compulsory we should call build.perform or either perform, right? So build method gathers all the actions into a single action and then it performs the what action. That is, it generates a composite action containing all actions so far and ready to be performed. And then see here, only build method in entire actions class, every method is going to return actions class object except one method. What is that method? Build method. Build method is returning what is that object? Action. So action is about interface. This interface is designed to perform a single user interaction and it is having one method called what is that method? perform method, right? Now see here, let me implement this example. Let me implement one example on the mouse over actions. Now see here what I'm doing. Select the package, right click, new, take the class, and I'm taking mouse over test. Mouse over test. Let me write the main method. Now what I'm doing, just observe here. Now let me launch the Chrome browser. So I'm doing taking from previous, right? Now see here. So let me open WebDriver dot get off, enter the URL. So I'm entering https://www.amazon.com. Amazon.com, right? So let me open Amazon.com now. Amazon.com. Now just observe here what happens. Now see here, just move the cursor on this department. So what is opening? What is happening? MouseHover is happening or not? Yes, I want to perform MouseHover on this department, right? Just right click on it, click on inspect. Now just get the attributes of this element. So what is the class it is having, right? So now class it is having or not? Even it is having what? Text, right? So let me write the XPath. So maximum priority take what? CSS, don't take XPath. That is in CSS, we cannot write CSS for text in CSS, right? That's why I'm taking XPath. Now driver dot find element by dot XPath. Now let me write a /* text is equal to so what is the text it is having? Now it is having text is equal to departments, right? Now see here what I'm doing, remove it. Now it identifies that element and it returns that element in the form of web element, right? Now on this web element I want to perform what? MouseHover, right? Now see here, if you want to perform MouseHover, we have one predefined class called, what is that class? Actions class, which is from org.openqa.selenium.interactions. Now this actions class is having one method called, what is that method? Move to element method. So already in the previous video I explained. So what is the pseudocode of actions class? How many constructors we have in actions class? What is the use of each constructor in the actions class, and what is the use of each method from the actions class? Now actions class is having one method to perform MouseHover. What is that? Move to element. On which web element you want to perform the MouseHover? On this department. And compulsory we should call, what is that? Build.perform. Now what build method will do? It gathers, it generates a composite action containing all actions and makes to be and ready to be what? Action to be performed, right? So now see here, right click. Now run as Java application. Just see the output, what happens. Now see here, MouseHover action is done or not? Yes. We are able to perform MouseHover or not? Yes, right? Now see here, even though I said right, if build is what? Optional. If you don't call build, internally who is going to take care? Your perform method is going to take care. So whenever we call perform method, automatically perform method is going to call build method. That is, build is optional. Now see here, right click, run as Java application. Just see here. So internally I shown you right in the previous example, perform method is implemented in such a way that internally perform method is also calling what? Build method. Now see here, our get method will wait till the page is loaded. Yes. Now see here, so MouseHover action is done or not? Yes, right? So am I calling build method here? Am I calling any build method? No. Internally your perform method is going to call build method. Now see here, if you don't write this build.perform or perform method, just see here, our actions are not going to be done. Now see here, right click, run as Java application. Now see here, just observe the output. MouseHover is going to be happens or not? Now see here, it cannot perform any mouse over action. Compulsory, we should perform, we should call build.perform or either perform. Now see here, is it happening? It is not happening. Even it won't happen. Compulsory, we should call what is that? Either build.perform or perform method. Then only it is going to be work out. Now see here, now let me run it. Right click, run as Java application. Now see here what happens. Now this time it is going to be performs mouse over action. So Amazon, on the departments I want to perform mouse over. Yes, now see here, mouse over is done or not? Yes. So this is the way to perform what? Mouse over actions in Selenium. Remember 4 points. The first one, in order to perform mouse over actions, we have one predefined class called, what is that class? Actions class. And this actions class is having one method called move to element method to perform mouse over actions. So what is the syntax of move to element method? Public actions move to element method. So this method always asks you on which web element you want to perform the mouse over. That web element we need to pass as parameter to what? Move to element method. So third step, after that we need to call compulsory either build.perform or perform method. So what is a build? Build is a method. It generates a composite action containing all actions so far and ready to be what? To perform. That is, a build method is always gathers all actions into a single action and then perform method. What is the perform method? By using perform method, we can perform the action. That is, so see here, build method is returning always what is that? Action. So what is an action? Action is an interface. It doesn't mean build method is not creating action interface object. It is creating and running it is creating and running action interface implementation class object. Now what is action? Action is an interface representing a single user interaction action. Now action interface is having one method called, what is that method? Perform method. Now whenever we call a perform method, on that we are going to perform the what? Action. So internally how our perform method is implemented? Whenever we call perform method, internally our perform method is going to call automatically build and then perform. That's why if calling build method is optional, even if you want you can call just a perform method as well. So this is the way to perform mouse over actions in Selenium. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day. Thank you so much.